Hey everyone, Mike here, Global Voodoo, and in today's video I'm going to talk to you about how to sell your clothing on eBay like a professional. Alright, there's a lot of people these days that are out there buying stuff from thrift stores, flea markets, garage sales to basically turn around, take photos of these things, sell them on eBay, sell them on Etsy, sell them on their own websites, and you can make a really good chunk of change doing so, whether you're doing this part-time or full-time. And I just decided to write down some 7 steps here of what it'll take for you, a viewer here that are watching or listening, somebody who's new to the clothing game, or even somebody who's a seasoned vet. I'm going to give away my secrets here of how I've succeeded at selling clothing. First one is really, it's one of the most important ones. It's taking good photos of your clothing. You know, you have to have an image for yourself, and it has to present itself throughout your photos. You have to be an artist, okay? So what you'll need is basically, you can use a mannequin, you can use a white drop board, a green screen. You need to have crisp, clear photos, okay? The photos need to be very simple. They can't have clutter and stuff in the background. They need to be on spot, no distractions in there. And if you can nail that down, you will notice an increase in your sales immediately, all right? The other option, too, with the photos is taking multiple angles of the clothing. For example, you want to definitely take photos of the tags, any flaws you see, stuff like that. It's very important. You want to spell everything out. Next thing, too, is measurements. I know I've said this over and over and over. Measurements are super key. You have to have them. If you don't have them, you're going to be bothered with questions. You're going to be bothered with all types of mumbo-jumbo. You want to put your item out there with all the information you possibly can give that buyer. That way you don't have to answer questions, okay? If you're sitting there right now and you have 100 items on your eBay and you say, well, I'm not going to list that because, I don't need measurements on there. Well, if you want to grow your business and become somebody that's selling thousands or tens of thousands of items of clothing on there, it's a must, all right? Trust me on that one. You want to build an audience. You want to build an audience, and what I mean by that is a couple different ways. You want to create, like I said, one which is very important is the image. You want to have a great image with your photographs and everything like that. You want to be able to get repeat customers. That is the key, the biggest key with eBay, all right? eBay, is a great tool if you're starting off. If you're a seasoned vet, you can make really good money at it. But there comes a time when you might outgrow eBay, But what you have to do is you have to get repeat customers. You have to offer discounts. You have to offer sales, all right? And you always have to be listing items. That is key. List items every day, every week, whatever your schedule may be. You have to figure that out on your own. But that's very important, all right? If you're starting off and you're doing, 50 items a month, shoot next month for 200 or 100, Set goals. It's very important. The more you throw at the fire, the more that's going to burn. And then burning means more money in your pocket. All right, people? This is something that a lot of people don't talk about. I think it's very crucial and key. And it's shipping, okay? You need to ship these items out fast. You need to get them out the door, all right? I see a lot of people on the internet here where, they're selling 20, 30 things maybe a week or maybe 100 items a week. You know what? If you're getting an order coming through and you're sitting in front of the computer or you're sitting somewhere near your inventory, get that item out. Ship out same day. If you're not doing same day shipping right now, test it out and you're going to see a huge difference, a huge spike in not only your feedback, but also orders, okay? Follow up with your customers, people. Follow up. You have to follow up with your customers. Send them emails. Say, hey, did you like the item? How did it fit? Just general stuff, template stuff, okay? Great. Get Microsoft Word or Notebook. Create simple templates so you can send to your customers after they receive the item, all right? That extra little step, that extra 2 seconds it takes to send that email to that buyer goes a long way, all right? And they will remember you. The next thing you know, you're added to their favorites, okay? Or they're going to bookmark your website. I'm telling you, all right? What you're going to understand is when I say list more items on eBay, keep listing more and more and more, because you want to know why? And this is a breakdown just on the clothing. Do you know 15% of all clothing items end buy it now within 24 hours when they're listed? So think about that, okay? You want to be able to put your stuff out there, presentable. You want to put it at a price that is affordable. You don't want to outprice yourself in the market. If you're at the right price, you're at that sweet spot, you will know what I'm talking about, and things will start moving. You do not want to be that person that's the undercutter, all right? You know what happens to the undercutter? At the end of the day with the undercutter, all that's going to happen with that person is they're losing money out of their wallet, okay? That's all. Hey, don't worry about them, right? They're just going to keep undercutting everybody, and at the end of the day, they're making less than you are. So don't mind that person. Keep your own business, but understand your business. If you got an item sitting there for 30 days and nothing's going on with it, readjust it. If you got $1 in it and you're asking 40, drop it down to 35. Throw sales out there. Sales are key, all right? Sales are key. Markdown manager with eBay. Use the markdown manager. Knock this stuff down. If it's a week old and nobody's doing anything, mark it down. Get rid of it. It's the name of the game. You have to sell. You have to buy low, sell high, all right? My last one here, guys, for you today is creating a platform. And what I mean by platform is basically creating 3 tiers for your eBay store when it comes to clothing, all right? You want a low end, you want the cheap stuff that just blows out. You know, you want stuff that's at $9, $10, $12, $15 shipped. You want to cater to everybody, whether they have $1 in their pocket or $10 million in their pocket. So create a low end, a mid, and a, high-end luxury selection. You need to have all 3 of those to be super successful. If you don't, and you're only going to sell low-end stuff, your margins will reflect that, all right? At the end of the month, you will see. If you start throwing all 3 of these together and you can master this art, you'll be sitting there saying, okay, I know what you're saying, Mike. So these are some tips for you guys out there that are selling clothing. Clothing is an excellent market to get into. It's very competitive, but in order to stay above the water, to be above the competition, these are some steps that you should know. There's plenty more from these steps that I know of that I'm going to talk about in future videos. But if you like this video, hit the like, just hit the thumbs up. Also check me out on my Facebook. There'll be a link below this video. Until next time, I'm out of here, guys. Peace.